Just look at this. The fastest and the most powerful Ferrari yet. The 812 Superfast. It's quite a bold statement for a company that's been around since the late 1940s. But this is not a normal 812. No, this is our 812, which means that it's been bathed in 1,000 liters of N-Largo cream. We built 18 of these cars, and they were all sold before we even finished. Now, before we continue with the rest of this film, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget the little bell next to it, because that's the way you're going to get notified every time we upload a new video, just like this one. You can also follow us on Instagram at Novitec Group, or you can follow me personally at Beyond the Cock. Let's get back to it then. So we're going to have a look at what Ferrari did with this beautiful 812 Superfast, then at everything we did to it, and then I have something so insanely cool to show you. It is going to blow your valves. I promise. Now, Ferrari fitted this car with a naturally aspirated 6.5 litre V12 engine, produces 800 horsepower and 718 Newton meters of torque. That is enough to catapult this baby from 0 to 100 in 2.9 seconds and up to a top speed of 340. Ah, look at this. This 812, of course, is fitted with the same F1 style dual clutch 7-speed gearbox that you find in the 458. It's not exactly the same, but they say that it's based on that one. And if it's anything like that, it's fantastic. Do you know how I know? Because we made a film about it. So if you want, you can click on the link. We're going to put it in there, and you can jump right into that episode after this one. That was the best car so far that I've ever driven. So, this car has also been fitted with rear wheel steering. It's quite a big car, to be honest. 4,600, well anyways, it's nearly 4.7 meters long, which is round about the same length as the McLaren GT. This is such a gorgeous interior. Really, it's good looking. Whew. Wow. These vents over here, they look like German you say Düsenjets. They look like the turbines of a plane, signaling they're going fast. Very cool. Really nice. When we're talking about aerodynamics, Ferrari simply went to town when it comes to the 812. I mean, they said that the 812 is the most efficient of all their V12 sports cars. And I think when they say efficient, they probably mean with airflow and all that, because it can't be the fuel consumption. This car in town will drink more than 25 liters per 100 kilometers. That is 4 kilometers to the liter, which is a lot, really. But then again, when you buy it, I don't think it really matters, because it's so good looking. Even if it just stands there, it's just so good looking. This car is stupid beautiful. Underneath this car, you have got flaps that open up at 180 kilometers per hour, and thereby sending the air underneath the car, reducing the drag. And then In this bumper over here, you've got slits on either side that sends the air towards the side of the car. Now, the air that hits this Ferrari in the front over here goes through the grille and through the radiator, takes some of the hot air in the engine bay and chases it out through those two bits over here, sending it over the roof of the car and thereby creating downforce. These slits are just phenomenal. They grab the air, shove them into a cavity in the wheel compartment over here, then forces it out at the back in there, coming out on the side of the car over here along this indentation and then chasing it over the shoulder of the car. Maybe it is efficient after all. The other cool thing is that some of the air that moves towards the shoulder of this car gets funneled in here and then squashed out here at the back. How cool is that? This thing is a masterpiece. Of course, a lot of these parts have been accentuated, their brutality, their stance in a sense, by the N-Largo kit. I think, gosh, it is literally one of the best looking cars out there. I mean, find something that is ugly. I found something. Stupid flies. The bugs love this thing. Look at that. I'm not gonna kill you, but get off my Ferrari. This Ferrari also has cavities here at the bottom of the car, which you probably can't see. They take the hot air coming from the engine compartment and then shove it underneath the car towards the back, making it, as Ferrari says, more efficient. Now this model is obviously our N-Largo. It has this gorgeous carbon fiber wing, but just imagine for a second that this is not here. The air that comes over the roof gets funneled into this sort of negative downward spiral going in here and then creates quite a bit of downforce as it goes to the uphill segment in the rear of the boot lid here. But now you have this beautiful carbon fiber rear wing with the N-Largo kit, and there's just so much more downforce coming your way. And it looks heaps better. I think it looks so sexy. Gosh, I love this car. Now, the 812 has an active aero system, which means the air coming through the bottom of the car here gets chased through these slits here at the back of the diffuser and exits over here. Gorgeous carbon diffuser, isn't that? And then at higher speeds, what happens is that the active aero flaps drop down slightly, chasing the air not through the slits on the inside here, but rather out here on the outside. Looks so good. I'm touching this car. It feels so good. Gosh, this thing is so good looking. There is another cool thing though. This 812 in the front and in the back has sort of little slits that chase air towards the brakes to cool them down. And that's pretty necessary because this car is seriously fast and it has the same braking system as the Ferrari. There are constantly people walking through the picture. Not only can you travel at the speed of light, but you can actually take something with you. I swear I could get 8 of these bags in here. But you wouldn't do that because Ferrari has a special set of suitcases that fit exactly snug into the back of this car. We don't sell them, but they do. So, you know, if you want them. Now, as with all of our cars, one thing that is of paramount importance is the exhaust. But here is something special. This is the catalytic converter. In there, you have something that looks a little bit like a honeycomb 400 is what you get in the standard catalytic converter. So that is why the cars sound so soft. And this one has 100 cells. I don't think you call it cells. And you're asking yourself, why did they spray paint the bloody thing gold? Well, they didn't. The exhaust itself is stainless steel, and it's been covered both in these parts as well as over here in real gold. What we need to do is actually see what this car sounds like with the flaps closed and then with the flaps open. Just look at this. Isn't this good looking? Wow. So here we've got our decibel meter. When we start it now, it's going to have the valves open because the engine's cold. So we're first going to do the loud one, and then you can, with the Manantino switch, you can turn it to snow, and then it automatically closes the flaps. I'm going to put that over there, and then let's do it. Okay? Whoa, have a look at this. Nearly 130. Oh, sack of nuts. This sounds so good. Look at this. Look at that. Yeah. And the ground was vibrating. Crazy. Thanks a lot. Thank you. I can say safely, in my opinion, that we make the best exhaust systems for these cars ever. Seriously, they just sound so perversely good. I'm going to stop. Now, because we haven't been able to show you what these cars drive like, today we are going to do that. We're at the race circuit here in Austria, and in a few minutes I'm going to be able to go out on the track in this 812. But let's talk a bit about it. As you can see, it's got the N-Largo kit on it, which means it's wider, it rides lower on our sport suspension, and of course it's got bits and pieces of carbon on it. The carbon pieces on this car is forged carbon in matte, and I absolutely love it. This rim and tire combination from us, as we said, riding lower on that sport suspension, and then at the back, of course, there is the exhaust. But this one doesn't sound as good as the other two for the simple reason that this one only has the rear muffler, whereas the red had a full-on exhaust system from us. I am so excited to see what this car is going to be like on track. Not going to be able to drive it myself, but we'll be in it. And I'm taking you with me. Here we go, Ferrari 812. So that is everything about this 812, and in case you're sad about the fact that all 18 that we made have been sold already, don't worry about that, because we are going to be making an N-Largo version of the GTS. We're going to buy one, so we should be able to drive it as well. But the moment has come, and right now you need to strap yourselves to your seats, because what you're about to see is a one-off car. There is nothing else like that in the entire world. Hold on to your chairs. One of one. So we built the 18 N-Largos, which is the car that you see on this side. It costs about 150,000 euros for this N-Largo kit on the 812. And then another nearly 100,000 euro on top of that to have the whole N-Largo kit out of carbon fiber. Do you know how long it took us to build the carbon N-Largo? 700 hours. More than it took to build the normal one. So I'll take this opportunity to sign out from today's film. Thank you so much for each and every one of you that have subscribed to our channel. Thank you for everyone who have left comments. We actually do read every single one and we talk about them. So keep them coming. Let us know what you want to see, which is one of the reasons why we're doing a video on the 812, because you guys wrote, please, please, 812 N-Largo. And that's why it's there today. You can tell us more about what you want to see, about what you think about the films. We look forward to hearing from you. See you next time. Ciao.